Hi, I'm Chris Hall, Community Affairs Specialist at the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office.
And I'm Skip Conroy, Supervisor of the Community Affairs Unit.
2020 was a challenging year for everyone, including us here at the CCSO. Let's take a look back at some of the biggest stories of 2020 right here in Charlotte County.
2020 kicked off with a couple of big stories. Public Information Officer Claudette Bennett is with us to share just what happened earlier in the year. Claudette?
Thanks, Skip. Sheriff Promell vowed in January to find the shooter who killed a man outside of the Over the Bridge bar in Port Charlotte. The very next day, CCSO deputies had that shooter and an accomplice in custody. That same week, our agency responded when 2 schools in Englewood went on lockdown, following reports of a man with a gun walking the streets. In just 12 minutes, the situation was resolved. We also saw one of our community policing officers honored with a Community Champion Award, and even a proclamation declaring March as Deputy Lou Henez Month. Deputy Henez works tirelessly in several areas of our community and represents what the CCSO is all about. Chris?
Thank you, Claudette. Of course, it was also early in the year that COVID-19 hit, which impacted every aspect of the agency. Because of the pandemic, virtually all face-to-face activities were put on hold.
That's right, Chris. And included in those activities was our very popular Citizens Police Academy program, which gives people a behind-the-scenes look at several units in the CCSO and what they do to keep our community safe. Community Affairs Specialist Tammy Wilkie coordinates that program, and she'll tell us more about it. Tammy?
Good morning, guys. The Citizens Police Academy is a 9-week program, 1 session per week, that introduces the public to many different aspects of the CCSO. We're talking K-9, SWAT, Road Patrol, Corrections, the Courthouse, Marine Patrol, Aviation. Unfortunately, we had to put the classes on hold because of COVID-19. I don't know when we'll be able to get back to it, but I know that there's a long list of people waiting to get in and see how our agency serves them. Chris?
As Tammy mentioned, one of the sessions of the CPA includes a visit to the jail, but we launched a new initiative in 2020 to reduce the number of people who actually end up there. Let's find out more about that program, called APAD, from Sergeant Rebecca Elise. Have a look.
The Adult Pre-Arrest Diversion Program, APAD, was implemented by the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office to provide efficient and innovative alternative to custodial arrest for adults who commit minor misdemeanor crimes. The intent of APAD is to limit the number of persons receiving criminal arrest records for minor offenses, as well as providing law enforcement an alternative to in-custody arrest when certain criteria are met. The APAD program is supported by the Sheriff of Charlotte County, the Punta Gorda Police Chief, the State Attorney's Office, the Public Defender, and the Clerk of the Courts of Charlotte County. The program ensures certain adult offenders receive swift and appropriate consequences for their actions. The focus of the APAD program is to offer restorative case plans designed to curtail future criminal behavior. The APAD program is for Charlotte County residents over the age of 18 that meet the eligibility criteria, including no prior arrest or criminal history. Once an APAD referral is made, the offender must complete diversion measures to successfully complete the APAD program, including community service. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is currently working with several local 501c3 nonprofit organizations. These organizations are in need of the help from the APAD participants. There has been great feedback from the organization as well as the participants. For an example, one of our APAD participants had such a great experience with the organization and their mission that they brought their family back and continued to volunteer after the APAD program is over.
My name is Pastor Poevat Numa. I started this program when I was 14 years old. So we have the food from Hal Chapin Food Bank, and we have another food bank give us the food. So we pay the building, the light bill by the people from my church. So we're happy to help people. That's why we do here. We're happy to help people. We have some people coming to help, and we have a lot of people, volunteer coming from my church and from people everywhere. They're happy for the program here, so they come to help. And the people come from the courthouse, and they send people here to community health service, and they help us so much, We're blessed about those things there.
The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office also works with the local office of the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs and provides military veterans who enter the APAD program with additional resources and contacts through the VA. In addition, if an APAD participant appears they may need additional services for possible mental health issues, they will be referred to an outside resource for help. We want the APAD participants to learn from their mistakes and to become an asset to our community. Because as a community, our strength is in our people.
APAD sounds like a great program, but it doesn't help repeat offenders. So I imagine it wouldn't be any use to the gentleman who misused the 911 system in 2020. Let's go back to Claudette to hear about that story and more. Claudette?
That's right, Chris. A Punta Gorda man called 911 asking for assistance, and when deputies arrived, the assistance he wanted was for them to take $20 and go buy him some liquor. He was warned about misusing 911, but called again the next day asking for deputies to get him some ice cream. This led to his arrest for abusing the 911 system. That 911 system has seen many improvements for those who actually do need it, including the implementation of Rapid SOS. Rapid SOS immediately provides dispatchers with important information about the caller for any who choose to register. Lori Anderson, our E911 coordinator, personally helped bring that program to Charlotte County. I'm proud to share that Lori was also elected to the National Emergency Number Association Board of Directors in 2020. Skip?
Thanks, Claudette. Our communications staff really do an amazing job handling the types of calls that come in through 911. One thing that I would like to remind people of is our non-emergency number, 941-639-0013. Consider 911 if you need an emergency response, but for other things, like scams, call that non-emergency line. Trista Zimmerman, our crime prevention coordinator, does a great job at keeping everyone informed about some of the scams going around. Here she is talking about some of the ones regarding COVID-19.
Scam artists are working around the clock coming up with new ways to get your personal information and your money. Hi, I'm Trista Zimmerman, Crime Prevention Coordinator for the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Do not interact with unknown phone calls, whether they are claiming to be from your financial institution, IRS, Social Security, vehicle warranty, or an email claiming to have a vaccine for COVID-19. As of yet, there is no cure for the COVID-19 virus and no vaccine wait list. You should never feel pressured to reveal any of your personal information or send money, no matter how threatening or intimidating the caller may sound or the email may read. Remember, scams are most effective when the scam artist can work your fears, doubts, or uncertainties. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office would like to remind residents that your best defense is keeping a heightened guard and always exercise good common sense. If you feel you've been a victim of a scam and have sent funds, you should immediately notify your financial institution, ftc.gov, and law enforcement. You can contact us at ccso.org, our CCSO app, or our non-emergency number, 941-639-0013.
When we come back, we'll have Trista here in studio to talk about some of the other scams we encountered in 2020. Don't go anywhere.
Charlotte County is one of the safest counties in the state of Florida and has an incredible group of people that work hard to keep our community safe. Year after year, the Sheriff's Office is fortunate to have amazing community partners that demonstrate their support in extraordinary ways. This influential network continually contributes to the mission of the CCSO for a peaceful and safe Charlotte County. Through essential programs like Project Lifesaver, the Citizens Police Academy, the Drug Recovery Initiative, Shop with a Cop, and many more, these community partners have helped us maintain a level of quality that our community expects and depends on. Thank you all for what you do for Charlotte County, and we look forward to continuing these partnerships in 2021 and beyond.
Welcome back. We're now joined in studio by Trista Zimmerman, who is going to tell us about some of the scams we saw in 2020. Thanks for being here, Trista.
Thanks for having me, Skip. We saw lots of different things in 2020. We had scammers attempting to make fake copies of websites and trick people into making payments through them. We had some enterprising individuals call people and pretend to be members of our agency and then ask for gift card numbers as payment to avoid arrest. We saw emotional scams with people preying on single seniors and then tricking them into giving them money, or ones who faked a puppy sale, got payment, and never delivered the dog. Lately, we've been seeing scams about COVID vaccines and cutting the line for a fee. There is no bar too low for some people. Which reminds me, Chris, can you please remind everyone to keep their doors locked and remove their valuables?
That's great advice, Trista. I hope everyone is locking their doors and bringing in their valuables at night. Thanks for sharing that. A lot of the scams we see tend to target seniors, and here in Charlotte County, that's a big portion of our community. That's also why we have so many programs to help our seniors. Let's take it back to Tammy to hear about some of those programs that we offer. Tammy?
Thanks, Chris. Since seniors make up such a large part of our population, we want to be sure that we have appropriate services available for them. That's what led us to launching the Senior Outreach Program this year. Participants in the program get a phone call once per week, and it's just a chance to say hello or let us know if there is something they need. We also have Take Me Home program, which enables deputies to help participants who may have wandered to get back home safely. Project Lifesaver is another way we can help those who wander by equipping them with a radio frequency wristband in case they get lost. Finally, new in 2020, we unveiled the DNA scent kits. Those kits are kept at your house and contain a swab of the subject's underarm to provide a clean scent for the canine to track if ever need be. Skip?
The DNA scent kits are a really neat tool. Our canine unit is so versatile, from tracking missing loved ones, finding suspects, and sniffing out narcotics. That's why we featured them in a set of collectible trading cards this year. Our video production specialist, Rodney Yergin, designed the cards, and deputies in the unit have them to give away to the kids they meet. Here's Claudette to tell you more about that and some of the narcotics busts of 2020. Claudette?
Thanks, Skip. The canine trading cards were a huge hit. Each card featured one of the 11 canines in the unit, and kids were encouraged to try to collect the whole set. Our canine unit does an amazing job of finding narcotics, even in hidden compartments inside of vehicles. Over the course of the year, there were several arrests made of individuals with large amounts of deadly drugs, to include methamphetamine, crack cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. People attempt to hide them in their vehicles, on their person, and some cases, in their person. What's known as body packing or suitcasing. Our deputies and canines continue their efforts to eliminate drugs in our community. Back to you, Skip.
Thanks, Claudette. We'll never know how many lives are saved every time we're able to get the stuff off the street. We do, however, know how many lives were saved by Sergeant Brad Stender back in July. Stender, then a corporal, rescued 3 swimmers who were in dire need of assistance out at the Gasparilla Pass when they were caught in a strong current and couldn't get back to their boat. The victims even sent a letter thanking Stender and calling him their hero.
I would definitely agree with that assessment. Speaking of heroes, we would be remiss if we didn't mention Charlotte County's own Haley Canfield, who was the recipient of the 2020 FDLE Young Heroes Award. Haley reported a suspicious SUV with a driver who was attempting to lure young women to get inside. Her report led to the driver being identified and located. Way to go, Haley.
When we come back, we'll take our discussion about awareness to the streets and share a short video with you about being aware while on the road. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Community partners are not only corporate brands, but also local businesses, civic associations, and countless individuals that give selflessly to the CCSO mission, demonstrating what a community is all about. We are blessed to have their support and to work alongside them toward a shared vision of peace and prosperity for Charlotte County. Thank you for supporting us and for everything you do to keep Charlotte County the best place to live, work, and play in the state of Florida.
Welcome back. As I mentioned before the break, awareness on the road is extremely important, whether you're walking, biking, or driving. Here's a short video we released this year with DFC Combs to make sure everyone understands the rules of the road.
Hello, I'm Deputy Combs of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Florida Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, along with the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, is launching a Driving Safety Share the Road campaign. Sheriff Bill Promell urges all motorists to use extra caution when driving around bicyclists, motorcyclists, and commercial motor vehicles. Motorcycles and moped operators have the same rights and responsibilities as motor vehicle operators. Motor vehicle operators shall maintain extra distance between their vehicle and motorcycles. They should never share the same lane alongside a motorcycle. Bicycles are defined as vehicles per Florida statute. Bicycle operators shall obey all traffic signals and devices. Operators are prohibited from riding under the influence of drugs and/or alcohol. Hand signals are required, and bikes need to be equipped with a white light visible from the front and a red light visible from the rear. Motorists are required to give a minimum of 3 feet when passing a bicyclist. It is the law. Finally, commercial motor vehicles have operating limitations such as blind spot. Therefore, it is essential for all motorists to use extra caution when following or passing large commercial vehicles. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office asks that you drive safely and courteously. Let's all arrive alive.
That's good information. And I would add that extra caution is necessary in construction areas as well. We actually saw some new construction ourselves in 2020. Here's Trista to share that story. Trista?
That's right, Chris. After outgrowing our District 3 office in the Promenades Mall, Winn-Dixie Plaza, we moved to a brand new building at the intersection of Olean Boulevard and Loveland Boulevard in Port Charlotte. This new facility is also where our forensic unit is located, as well as the lot where impounded vehicles are kept. Speaking of vehicles, Skip, have I mentioned that people should always remove their valuables and lock their vehicles?
Yes, you did, Trista, but it's worth repeating. Please lock your doors, folks. As the agency continues to grow, our dedication to the community remains the same. Over the course of 2020, we took a hard look at our policies and procedures and made sure we are in compliance with all current best practices. CCSO has always exceeded requirements and expectations, and this resulted in the agency being awarded the Safe Policing for Safe Communities grant, issued through the executive order by President Trump. We also engage with you, our community, to hear concerns about what we do and how we do it. These conversations led to CCSO answering your call for body-worn cameras on all deputies. We began extensive research and conducted multiple in-the-field trials in preparation to implement them in 2021.
I know that people in our community are excited about the future of the CCSO, but let's take a moment to talk about the past too. The agency was able to solve a couple of cases that had been especially challenging, including one from 30 years ago. Let's go to Claudette to tell you more about those. Claudette?
In 2020, numerous cases from previous years were solved. 2 in particular stand out. In 2019, a woman was assaulted while jogging near Ollie's Pond Park. She was able to fight off her attacker, and DNA taken from the blood on her shirt led to him being identified and arrested by CCSO deputies in October. Our cold case unit also solved a heartbreaking crime from 1990, the murder of Charlotte County resident Sharon Gill. The breakthrough came from DNA found inside her home, and the suspect has been identified and located. He's actually in an Ohio prison on death row for another murder. Both cases solved thanks to DNA evidence and sheer determination from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Skip?
Thanks, Claudette. The way that our community comes together through situations like this is incredible. Just like how they came together to support Shop with a Cop. It gives you a sense of unity, like we're all in this together. This year, Shop with a Cop provided over 100 kids with an opportunity to go Christmas shopping for their families along with a deputy. That doesn't happen without the support of the community.
It's certainly been an interesting year. As we head into our centennial year of service to Charlotte County, we want to thank all of you for the love and support you've shown us throughout 2020. An extra special thank you to our friend Emma, who you'll see in this closing video, for always reminding us what makes this community so special. Here's to 2021, and don't forget to lock those doors.
Emma has always been an outgoing girl, the kind of girl that would invite another kid to play if they were sitting alone. She is sweet and given and very respectful. Her heart is so full of love, and she's constantly coming up with new ways to show people in her life just how much she appreciates them. Emma wanted to do something to show our local law enforcement how much we appreciate them, especially in today's world, where it seems that people have forgotten what police officers do for us. She felt that it was important to say thank you and show her support. She started painting these Back the Blue flags. We've given out over 200 of these flags to members of CCSO and other local agencies.
Emma's efforts rippled through the community. She touched the hearts of local businessmen as well, who were moved by her compassion and donated the necessary supplies to help her continue in her mission.
Emma is the embodiment of what keeps us going. She's a symbol of love, hope, and togetherness, and that reminds us why we pin on the badge every day. A community only thrives when its people work together for a common goal, and in Charlotte County, that goal is to live in peace and enjoy nature's bounty here in Southwest Florida. My promise to you is we'll keep working to make sure it stays that way.